Good morning. Today and tomorrow are travel days. We're traveling. Akila and I are hitting the road, and I'm bringing you along because this isn't the van life travel that everybody loves to watch. This isn't beautiful mountainscapes or desertscapes out west. We're driving from Indiana to Georgia. Akila ate my spatula yesterday, so that's super fun. I woke up not too long ago, which is why I look like this, and I really have to get on the road because I think that I have like 12 or 13 hours of driving, and I really don't like rushed travel, which is kind of what this has turned into, but at least I'm not doing it all in one day. I have been struggling with a few things lately, and one of the pieces is feeling as though I'm not delivering the type of content I want to deliver. Here's the deal though. The only person putting that stress on me is me. Classic. I feel like that's just the way we roll in life. We are our own worst critics. Therefore, I made a pact with myself that I am doing two things. Number one, going back to my Sunday schedule, because I always felt so good, and I feel like Sunday's just my day, you know? Life has been crazy and a lot of unexpected things has popped up. And so it felt good for a while not to have a schedule that I needed to stick to, but throughout that I felt a little bit disjointed, and so I'm going back to Sundays and I'm really excited about it. It feels really good and really right, and so that's cool. The second thing I'm doing is just filming whatever the heck I'm doing, because oftentimes in this lifestyle it doesn't feel YouTube worthy, which is so stupid. Like, it's stupid that I even just said that. But they're also really real. And I've decided that whatever I'm doing, I'm just going to capture and give to you guys and create through the mess and the chaos and this, you know? Which I've always been pretty good at, and lately I've just needed to kind of recalibrate, you know? So here we are. And so I'm actually very excited to bring you guys along so you can see how Akila and I travel, not in beautiful places, not necessarily with everything going right. I have no idea where I'm gonna stay tonight, and this is typically how I do things. How we eat on the road, all of it.
Are you ready to get back on the road?
Did I mention that I'm going right now to, yeah, I said I was going to Georgia. It's because I'm on my way to our family trip. We try to do a trip where we all meet up together once a year. I think usually we try to do once a year because it's so hard to get all of us together. And this year we're meeting up in Georgia. Where am I going? That is the hardest part about traveling east of the Mississippi, is that there's so little public land. You basically have to rely on truck stops and campgrounds for the most part. I'll need these bad boys, and boom, just like that, we're in go mode. So I basically stopped immediately. I've been traveling for like 4 minutes because I have a little bit of an issue. Well, really two issues. My front right tire has been getting really low, but I don't have time to mess with it, so I just need to fill it up often. Second thing, which may also sound irresponsible to many, I have a giant crack in my windshield. And I learned the other day that this is illegal to drive with a crack this large in your windshield. Anyway, I did try to call a place in town to get it replaced while I was here, and they never called me back. Could I have called again? Yes. Did I? No. And now I have a giant crack in my windshield and we're driving 2 days. So that's just the way it is. Are you kidding? That is so annoying. I have to do a little bit more. Are you kidding me? I look so tired. I've been really trying to not eat crap, or at least as much of it, That's why I'm not going into that gas station, because I know if I walk into that gas station, I'm walking out with flaming hot Cheetos and gummy worms, and I don't want to put that shit in my body. So we're not walking into the gas station. Instead, we're just getting on the damn road with a plan to stop in a few hours. I'm gonna grab a snack from the back. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah. All right. Tomatoes and ranch. 2 RX bars, pistachios.
I never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time.
Hi. How was your drink? How you doing back there? Yeah. Well, we're gonna get back on the road, okay? I love you.
What it means to grow.
It's 6 o'clock. First things first, I need to take Akila out.
Yeah, are you listening? I know. Are you happy? Are you happy? I'm happy too. Yeah.
On the road, headed back to New Orleans.
Let's go to the bathroom.
It's
kind of chilly here.
Big birds were singing in the tall willow tree. Mighty fine. 3 words written on paper bag.
I'll be right back.
Miss you was written in a message or flag. Thrown in a van 2,000 miles back. Better
I always add water in Akila's food, but on travel days it's especially important because she just tends to not drink as much, so I make up for it with adding a little bit extra in her food for dinner. Back.
Akila, touch. Akila, eyes. Okay.
Like I mentioned, it is 6 o'clock-ish, and I'm actually going to stop here because I do need to get some work done, some computer work, and I also want to make myself dinner. 2 important pieces that are just kind of seamlessly things that I've incorporated into my lifestyle. Number 1, I prefer to make dinner on the road. That keeps me from eating out. 2, which I think is kind of a more important travel aspect. Right now it's 6, the sun is going down. I typically always stop and get the bulk of my like outdoor chores done. So I gas up so I don't have to gas up late at night or when it's dark. I always feed Akila dinner before it gets dark so that I don't have to go out of my van to get her dinner, to bring her back in here, feed her dinner, and then take her back out after dinner, all in the dark. I will take her out before we go again, and typically she's actually like good then for the night. So I prefer to get everything like lengthy done before sunset. Do you need space? Should I move my tripod? I have salmon that I really have to use up, so I'm gonna make all of this for me. I'm gonna do a version of my favorite salad. It's not gonna be as good, but we gotta use up our vegetables.
never seem to come or to go. Find me in your memory, keep you from getting so low.
Okay, I'm gonna finish the rest of my dinner on the road. It is currently 8 o'clock. I have two options. I could find a campground, maybe, or do truck stop. I do want to get a little bit more driving in tonight so that I can enjoy my morning a little bit more, which means campground probably not the best idea for tonight. I was hoping to find a campground, but pros of a truck stop are it's free, really nice showers. Akila and I are both like settled. We ate, she went to the bathroom, so we're like ready for bed. When it's really hot out, campgrounds are typically better because I can leave more open. It's also quieter, which is nice. But with this situation, it seems as though truck stop might be best. I also need to shower. Although I could just wait until tomorrow to shower. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you just end up going 5 days without showering. Because you just keep saying, well, I could just do it tomorrow. Don't even really know where I am. We'll stop at 10:30. Oh, because I go back to Eastern time. Only an hour and a half left. And then we get to settle in. It says that my rear door is open. I'm always just a little creeped out when I have to do that. Hi!
Are you solo travel?
Were you the one that was just walking with your dog? Nice! Obviously I have one too. What's your name?
Krista. Yeah.
I'm Linnea.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I've actually never met someone that was like traveling by themselves, so
Really?
I was like, I didn't see anyone in her front seat, so.
Where are you headed?
I'm headed up to Indiana right now.
That is so funny, I just came from there.
Oh.
I'm headed to Savannah, Georgia, actually.
That's where I just came from.
Really?
That is so freaking weird.
That is so weird.
Did you do yours?
I did, yeah. It's a really simple build. Definitely a budget, but I did all of mine, and I love it so much because I did it, I think, you know?
Yeah. That's the part that I missed.
Yeah. I bet that was tough to give up your bus because you built it.
It is, because that's what the adjustment really is right now.
Yeah.
Is that, like, when I built my bus, I built more. I mean, like, this is my idea.
That was so cool. So I pulled in here and there's this other camper van right next to me, and this woman was walking her dog, and anyway, she like walked around her van, and of course I immediately was like and she was like, because you know, female travelers alone, and we just got to talking, and it turns out, so I am going to Savannah. She just left from Savannah. I just left from Indiana, and she's heading to Indiana. And that's where we're just like leaving and arriving at the complete opposite places in the country, which blows my mind. She just asked if I wanted to see her van because we were talking about build stuff. So I just went over and looked at her beautiful build. She lives in an extended Sprinter van. So beautiful, really, really well built. And then I showed her my little van, which is a little less well built, but very loved, of course. It's so fun to meet people like that on the road. We just had an awesome conversation. Akila, you were not super happy, but you did really good. Yes. Oh, also, Akila is now getting into a habit. This is like very new, like within the last 5 days. She won't just sit and like lick my dirty dishes, but she now walks up onto my counter, picks them up, and brings them to the bed. She's done that now 3 different times where I walk in and my dishes are just like spread out on my bed as if she is just like hoarding them like a treasure cave, you know? She ate my salmon. And you ate the rest of my salad. Oh, Akila. It is 11:50. This is just like by the books, I feel like, how things happen. Thought I was gonna get here at 10 and all of a sudden it's 11:50. Almost midnight. Remember when I thought I would shower for like the briefest moment? That's not happening.
What you got going on?
Good morning. Good morning. What? What are you doing? You might have noticed that Akila has a shaved belly. She's okay. I know that I'll have questions about it. She's 100% okay. About a week and a half ago, she got really, really sick. I ended up taking her to it's an emergency vet place. She ended up needing an ultrasound, which is why she's all shaved. And her big pink belly is always hanging out now. Anyway, she got an ultrasound to look at everything, like stomach, kidneys, all of it. And yeah, it turned out she did have like somewhat of a partial obstruction. It didn't look like it was a full obstruction, so she could have like been continuing to pass it, but they weren't sure. I know her so well when it comes to bowel obstructions, unfortunately. So I brought her home and oh my god. The first full day I brought her home, she didn't go to the bathroom at all, but she did eat a little bit of food. And then the following morning, I believe it was that morning that she pooped. And she pooped a tight ball of disinfecting wipes. I was like, where would she have gotten these? The last time, I don't use disinfecting wipes in the van. We used disinfecting wipes to clean Noah's trailer in Florida when we left. So she got in and ate a bunch of disinfecting wipes, and for 5 days she was pooping out disinfecting wipes. She probably pooped out 30 disinfecting wipes. I know, I'm talking about you, you stinker. Anyway, that's why she shaved. She's perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. She just needed to pass a stupid amount of disinfecting wipes. And with that, I'm gonna take her outside so she can go do her thing. And I'm gonna get some coffee. Probably just get right back on the road. I gotta make the bed. Come on down here.
like mushroom stars
Oh my gosh, I'm all for the
and
mushrooms.
moons. So like, just pick whatever you
They're so beautiful. This is the one.
want. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of
I'm gonna
course.
give you a hug. It was so great meeting you. All right, safe travels.
She just gave me, she just gave me this really beautiful little mushroom crystal. That is so freaking nice. The community on the road is a community like you will never find elsewhere. It's so unique and beautiful, full of lovely people and kindness and acceptance. Also, what's funny about this is that I am a really big mushroom fan. And so it's just perfect. Look at how amazing. It's so cute. I gotta figure out a really nice place to put it though. I only have 5 hours of driving today. That was so sweet of her. Gosh, I love kind people. Also, I think one of my favorite things about this lifestyle is just waking up in your PJs, doing all of your morning chores in your PJs, climbing into the front of your house in your PJs, and just driving off in your PJs. I will change today. Just not until I have my coffee and wake up for a few hours. Alright, I drove 20 miles down the road, got my cheap gas station coffee so nobody has to worry about me anymore. Also, PSA, I used to have a road mug, but then I broke the seal and could no longer use it as my road mug. Well, I finally changed out of my PJs. I am just under 2 hours away from where I'm actually going to meet my mom. So she flew in to Savannah this morning. I am just going to meet her in Savannah, pick her up, and then head to our Airbnb together where all of my family's gonna meet. I just filled up for the last time, probably until I leave Savannah. And yeah, now I just need to finish out this last 2 hours or so.
Kayla, we're picking up your grandma.
Good morning once again. I just woke up. I did just wake up in the van. One of my least favorite things to do is like shuttle my belongings all around. So I am still sleeping in the van just because everything's already in here. It's my home. Keelan can be on the bed, all that good stuff. That was a pretty accurate representation of how Keelan and I travel when we are not in the West and not in big open spaces, and when we don't have access to BLM land and vast campgrounds. So with that, I am going to head inside, make some coffee, get some work done before everybody wakes up, and then settle in and enjoy some family time for the week. It feels so good to be back on a Sunday schedule. Thanks for welcoming me back on Sundays. And Akila and I will see you next week. I am looking so tired. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. What if I relocate this over here? Is that good for you, Akila? Well, we're definitely in the South. I've already been called ma'am a bajillion times. Now I have to reorient. Where's north and south and east and west? I don't know. But doesn't everybody do like illegal things in life? Right?
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.